All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're tearing into James Patterson's Middle School Ultimate Showdown. And this isn't just any book. It's basically a front row seat to the wild, funny, and sometimes painfully real world of middle school. So what happens when that world is told from two completely different points of view?
And boom, right out of the gate, there's our opening bell. That's from Rafa Kichdorian, one of our two main characters. And he is not messing around. He's letting us know right away, this is not going to be some polite chat. Nope. This is a full-on battle for whose version of reality is the truth.
So, who are these fighters in the ring? Well, let's meet the contenders at the very heart of this showdown, the Kichdorian siblings, Rafe and Georgia. And this, right here, gets to the absolute core of it all. On one side, you've got Raf. He's the chaotic artist type, and he's 100% convinced he's the funnier one. And on the other side, his sister Georgia. She's the voice of reason, the smart one. And her entire life philosophy can pretty much be summed up by her motto, "My brother is a big fat liar." I mean, that says it all, right? This is the fundamental clash that powers the entire story. Okay, so with these two polar opposites, how do they even get through the biggest battleground of them all, the school year? You're about to see that their calendars are way more than just dates on a page. They are literally blueprints for two totally different realities. Let's kick things off with Rafe's calendar, which, oh man, he basically views as a prison sentence. For him, September is his worst nightmare. By December, he's being tortured by his mom's non-stop holiday music. And summer, you'd think that'd be a win, right? Nope. Freedom is ruined because he's stuck in the house all day with Georgia. For this kid, there is absolutely no silver lining. None. Now get ready for some whiplash, because we're flipping over to Georgia's world. Where Rafe sees doom and gloom, Georgia just sees reasons to cheer. Hooray, school's back! Hooray, holidays! And summer? You guessed it. Hooray, time to get a jump on summer reading. Her optimism is, well, it's on another level. It's totally relentless. And you know, this whole glass half empty, glass overflowing thing, it totally applies to how they see authority. Take principals, for example. To Rafe, a principal's only job is basically handing out detention slips. And his solution? It's pure Rafe. Absurd. Anti-establishment. He thinks a jury of his peers should decide his fate. Classic. And Georgia's take on that idea? She is absolutely horrified. She literally imagines a world full of Rafes and decides it wouldn't just be a problem for the school, it would be a global catastrophe. For her, principles and rules are the thin, fragile line between civilization and, well, total and complete chaos. All right, but we all know school is way more than just teachers and homework, so let's head into the next arena, the absolute jungle of middle school social life. Yeah, we're talking bullies, those terrifying school dances, and all the drama that comes with them. And just like you'd expect, Georgia has this super analytical approach to bullies. She doesn't just lump them all together. Oh no, she's got categories. You've got your physical bullies, like this Miller the Mini Killer character, but then she identifies this other, sneakier type, the word bullies. You know, the ones, what she calls the Princess Patrol, who use humiliation as their primary weapon. Rafe, he's not writing a sociology paper on bullies. He's writing a survival guide. His How to Outrun a Bully is just, it's so perfectly Rafe. It's one part actual advice, one part pure insult. His number one tip? Get a head start because, and I'm quoting here, their brains are small and slow. Forget analysis, this is just chaotic get-it-done advice. And this dynamic plays out perfectly at the school dance. To Rafe, the whole thing is just scary. He's convinced he was born without the dance gene. And Georgia, she kind of agrees. You know, boys at middle school dances can never dance. But then there's this little twist. She actually sees past his goofiness for a second and notices he was brave enough to ask his crush out. It's this really cool, rare moment where she gives him some credit. Okay, time to shift gears to what might be the most important subject in any middle school curriculum. I'm talking, of course, about the art of the gross out. And this is where Rafe thinks he's a certified genius. And here it is. Behold, Rafe's official fart chart. Seriously, the level of detail he put into this is just, it's amazing. He's made a whole scientific flow chart to classify them, from the stinky cheese fart all the way to the legendary SBD, the silent but deadly. And you know, this isn't just a dumb joke. It's actually a fascinating look at how his wild, artistic brain tries to make sense of the universe, even this part of it. And Georgia's reaction to this masterpiece? Exactly what you'd expect. Pure, unfiltered disgust.
After seeing the chart, she says, and I quote, "I take back what I just said about my brother being partially human." That's it, right there. His ridiculous chart next to her total horror, that's the comedy gold of this entire book.
So, okay, we've seen them argue about school, bullies, even farts. But what's the point of all this? Why does this sibling showdown actually matter? It's time to get to the final verdict.
Well, the book itself kind of throws the question right back at us with this word jumble. It asks, who is the biggest fool in the world and probably the universe? So who is it? Is it Rafe, the cynical artist, or Georgia, the super earnest straight-A student? The book leaves it up to you to decide.
But here's the thing, and this is really the secret sauce of the whole book. The ultimate showdown is not actually about who wins. The real takeaway is that there is no one right way to do middle school. Every single experience is valid. So whether you're a Rafe who feels like you're just serving time, or a Georgia who's loving every minute, or let's be honest, you're probably somewhere in between, your feelings are totally real. This whole showdown just proves that there are a million different ways to survive those crazy years. And that right there is a pretty powerful idea.